Hey folks, welcome to another edition of the MakeCode Arcade Advanced Stream. I'm Richard, at Richard on the MakeCode forum.
I'm Joey, at JWonderl on the MakeCode forum.
I'm Shannon, at Shakao on the MakeCode forum.
And I don't really know what we're doing today. So I figured one thing we could possibly do is make a game with our platformer starter. So Shannon, you haven't seen this before, right? Yeah, so we made a little platformer starter that has like a bunch of stuff that we're normally too lazy to do in platformers. So for one thing, you kind of smoothly go up to speed and go down from speed. I don't know if you can see that.
A little bit of momentum.
It'll probably be easier if you look at it on the stream because the stream has a much higher frame rate. We also have wall jumps. So you can even do like, the timing's tough. There you go. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah. And all of that. And yeah, you know, we just kind of did a bunch of stuff. So we figured
Hold
this
to
would be a
jump
fun.
higher.
Oh yeah, and variable jump height. So you know you can do little hops, or you can do whoop, big hops. So we figured it might be fun to turn this into an actual game, and not just a little starter project. But I don't really have any ideas. So do you guys want to brainstorm a game idea with me? A concept?
I mean, we did based off of doing Ori, but I don't remember anything about Ori because I played it so long ago. Besides, as you mentioned, like the save and restart type of thing.
Yeah. Do you have anything, Shan?
Nothing off the top of my head. Does chat have anything? We're looking for platformer ideas.
I have one thing off the top of my head.
Richard has an idea, so we don't need you anymore, chat.
What if we made a game about cat convicts escaping from prison?
Yeah. Can I propose the name CatCon too, by the way? Just because,
Sure.
you know, it could be a cat convention or it could be, you know, secretly.
Okay, so I know normally, Shannon, you don't like drawing protagonists, but would you be interested in drawing a cat prisoner?
Sure. 8x8?
So smaller than 8x8, I think. So
okay.
Yeah. We're doing, I think right now this thing is 6x6, I want to say. It might be 7x7, but it's 6x6. But you know, anything up to 8x8 is really fine. If you need to make it 8x8, go ahead. All right. So while Shannon's working on that, we're gonna do some basic prison kind of locales. So we're gonna go ahead and do some dark gray for our thing, for like the bricks that are making up our prison. I'm going to make some bars. Like that. Also, we're going to switch from pink to like this gray color, I think. Okay. So for the background, I think we just want this solid, this color. All right. There we go. Okay, and so that's like a cell. And maybe let's turn this into bricks.
We have an offer from Gideon in chat. It says they can do art if you have other things you want art of.
Well, we'll definitely take cat criminals. So if you got any of those, you know, send them our way.
Or cat guards too.
Sure. Also cat guards. And let's see, how do we want to escape from this prison? What's the classic prison escape? I feel like you start in a cell and then
you dig a hole.
Yeah, you dig a hole
with a spoon.
With a spoon, you know. Joey's right.
I think this is it. That's all we need.
And then we do something like you're kind of going through the back walls of the prison, and then you end up in the like sewers or something.
Oh, I think it's usually important that you have to time something along with thunder so that you don't get caught. Like chiseling away, you have to time it with thunder so that they don't hear the crack.
What I was thinking actually was that we definitely need a hallway with like fan blades at the end, and you need at the end of the like little sewer portion, and you need to time it so that you get through the like fan blades. All right, what crime has our cat committed? Let's see, AutoZone really likes to chew cables, so just throwing that out there as one. It's a cat crime.
Refusing to wear the collar?
It's true. He also hates wearing his collar.
Standing on tables.
Okay, standing on tables is good.
They stepped on the keyboard and accidentally launched a missile.
Yeah, that's a cat with a like. I feel like this is a very specific one. For like cats that have like a certain amount of government clearance for some reason. All right. So what I'm doing right now is I'm kind of marking some like tiles as things that we can like burrow through. So this is where we're going to be like making our thing. This right here is our cat cell. And once we burrow through this, we're going to probably transition to a different tile map. So first of all, go ahead and load this. Nice. All right. So we need some way to like dig. I think maybe we're going to have a cat scratch attack. So let's do this like on B button pressed. And when you do this, we're going to animate a little cat scratch attack. So let's go into here. We're going to just do an animation, and let's draw our animation first. So our character is like 6 by 6. So I'm going to make this 8, or somewhere around that.
Richard, I have a character for you. It's 7 by 7.
Yay!
Oh wait, I forgot. That's fine. You can put it in.
Wait, do you wanna do something or what?
No. Well,
Go free.
We'll see in a second.
No. Now's the moment of truth, Shannon.
Okay.
Oh, go for it. Yeah.
All right. Oh.
I forgot
to AutoZone.
do the criminal part, but you could give him an orange collar if you want. Not true to life. AutoZone would never.
Yeah. Well, if I did give him a collar, orange would be pretty good. I'm realizing right now.
With your Halloween aesthetic?
Yeah, with my Halloween aesthetic. Thank you, Joey. All right. We got a cat. So we're gonna make it so that AutoZone, which is now what I'm going to be referring to this cat as, moves left and right. So to do that, I'm just going to be adding one of my favorite extensions, the character animations. And we're going to use this just for some simple, like controlling which way we're facing. So let's go ahead and put our basic image in here, and we're just doing one frame. We're going to make this facing right. And now this one's going to be facing left. We're just going to go into here and flip it and change these both to be the player. And now we got a little moving around AutoZone. So we've got this going. Let's go ahead now and do our little cat scratch. So the idea here is that I want it to be like a little swipe that's going like this, basically. So like that's curving downwards. So I think my plan is I'm going to define the trajectory of my little thing with the circle tool, like this, basically. And then I'm going to like fill it in a bit just to get it looking a little bit more curvy. Okay, so we're gonna do something like this. And so what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to be editing these a little bit. So one thing that's important is you might be tempted to just like erase part of this and then go to the next one and erase a different part and like that. It's not gonna look very good though. So the way that I typically do this is you wanna start small. So I'm gonna do like that. Then you want it to have it kind of building, but you always want to make sure that the pixels are moving. And what I mean by that is you don't want pixels that are just staying in place, because otherwise you're going to get this kind of effect where it just looks like you're revealing part of a hidden image, which doesn't look great. So okay, we'll do that. Now let's see. Boop, burp, burp. Nice. Okay, so something like that. Then we're going to go down here. We're having a big jump here because it's supposed to be kind of like a speeding up type thing. And now we'll do just kind of the finishing touches. Okay, now we'll make this really fast. There you go, that looks pretty good. Yeah.
Nice,
so,
yeah.
Okay, so that'll be our cat scratch. And we're gonna have two versions of it. We're gonna have one that's going to the left and one that's going to the right. So I'm going to go ahead and flip this now. Flip, flip, flip. There's a keyboard shortcut for this, isn't there? I wrote it. It's Shift H.
Ooh.
There we go. Okay, so we're going to make a cat scratch sprite. So for this, let's go ahead to where we're creating AutoZone right here, and we're going to make a variable which is going to be called cat scratch. Now, the idea with this cat scratch is that we are going to be just putting it as an empty sprite, and we're going to be placing it such that it is always next to AutoZone. So let's go into here and make this 8x8, I believe is what I made it. We're going to add a new kind for this, which is going to be scratch. And now inside of an on-game update, we're going to be placing this thing. So I'm going to leave this other on-game update as itself because it's just kind of our platformer code. Let me actually just do a Daryl real quick and collapse all of our platformer code. Bring this back. Okay. We're going to go into our game category and get an on-game update. And now we're just going to do a setting a position based off of our cat scratch and cat. So let's set the, first though, we need to do an if statement because we need to know which direction AutoZone is facing. So in the character animation, there's this little check right here. Change this to be the player, change this to be facing right. And if it's facing right, then we want to set our cat scratch left to be the right of AutoZone. Otherwise, we want to do the opposite, set the right to be the left. And we always want to set the Y. Be the same. Okay, and now we're going to go into here and we're going to animate our cat scratch. So let's go ahead and do that. We're going to do a facing. And we're going to say if we are facing right, we'll do this one. Otherwise, we'll do this one. Yeah, it looks pretty good, right?
Yeah, it looks awesome. Maybe
Yeah,
it should be
so-
white though.
You think so?
I don't know. What color are AutoZone's eyes?
They're yellow, but he has like big black pupils,
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I like the white. I could go either way, to be honest.
Up to you. You're the.
All right, we'll do it as white. Why not? So let's go ahead and color this one too. All right. Oh, one other thing we need to do is we need to make it so that this ends with transparency. There we go. And that was because we were leaving a little bit behind after we were done scratching, and we wanted to disappear. All right. So we got our cat scratch. By the way, AutoZone does not recognize his name, so I can say his name as much as he wants, but he's on the couch behind me. He's just napping. Okay. So we need to make it so that we need to fix one thing real quick, which is well, I don't know, it's not that big a deal. If you change direction, you kind of get like a weird effect while you're doing it, But to be honest, it doesn't bother me that much.
It looks good to me. Like it kind of looks like it's doing what it should be doing. I don't know.
Okay, sure.
Like pause into itself?
Yeah.
All right. Let's just leave it like this then. One thing that would be nice, I think, though, maybe is right now if you keep pressing it, you kind of get this. And we should probably make it so that you can only press it as often as you can do, scratches. So we're going to make a variable which is going to be scratch end time. And we're going to set our scratch end time to be, let's see how many frames we've got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 times 50 is 400. So we're going to set our scratch end time to be the time since start plus 400, so 400 milliseconds in the future. And then when we're doing this cat scratch, we're just going to say if our time since start is greater than our scratch end time, then we want to run this code. This is a good time to mention you can also use throttle, but I always forget to until I've already written the other code. Right, that didn't work. Oh, greater than 400. That will usually be true. Yeah, maybe make it a little bit snappier. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, cool. All right, so let's do our digging. So we're gonna make it when cat scratch overlaps with this one, we're going to dig out that wall. So let's go into here. Let's go into do an on tile overlaps. We're going to do scratch right here, and we're going to change this to be our broken tile. And when this happens, we're going to dig out the wall. And so I think we need to make another tile right now, which is going to be like dug out wall.
Also, just FYI, whenever you're ready, we have art for enemies and then a couple good mechanic suggestions, but we can wait.
Oh.
I really like the enemies submission, by the way.
Give me the mechanic submissions now.
Depends. Do the art, it's contingent on the art a little, maybe? Well, okay, no. So one is that when the cat scratches the enemy, it should run away. And the other is that the enemy should be able to summon more enemies.
Okay. Yeah, we can definitely do some of that. So let's go ahead. We're gonna make it so that we set it to be this, and we're also going to turn our wall off. So let's go into scene and do a set wall off at location. All right, so let's see how far we can dig. Wait. That's not working.
Are they ghosts? So they don't flip into wall?
No, I didn't make Cat Scratch into a ghost.
It should be working.
That's what I say.
Are there multiple broken tiles? No. No.
Can you turn off wall at one of the locations and try destroying that? I think okay.
This looks like a bug.
The bars are not walls, right?
The bars are not walls, correct?
I vaguely remember we had, at least before, we had the distinction of you can't overlap walls. I think that was a thing at some point. I don't know if that persisted. It might be the case.
Really?
Like originally when it was written, it was like I don't remember the exact reasoning. I kind of waffled on it and liked it. Like distinction between walls and tile, basically.
I just can't believe I've never done this before. Okay, let's go ahead and do on hits wallet location and do this and see if this works. We'll see.
I guess we've never
Whoa.
had we haven't used like ghost through wall separately from like ghost through
Yeah, this one's not even technically ghosting through wall.
Oh right, it's just making the
Actually, maybe that also matters. Maybe it's being counted as clipping and then it's disabling the overlap. I don't think that's the case though.
I don't know. Could be. All right, well, this works. So we're going to do it like this. And we're just going to do a if and put this inside here and check to make sure it's the tile we want. It's a little weird, but the digging portion of our game is going to be pretty short-lived, I think. So we're going to tile at location is this, like that. And let's dig out of here. Nice. The reason it's a little weird is because you have to be moving for it to happen, because we only do tile overlaps if you are moving. You only get wall events if you're moving. Joey's looking at me weird. See?
I'm not looking at you weird. I'm looking at the physics weird to see if there's a way around this.
Okay. Let's see. There's one other way we can do this, which is instead of doing all of this stuff, we can say when you start scratching, we can just like check the tile in front of us. So let's go ahead and go into tile maps and get the tile in direction. Blah, 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 blah. Tile in direction. Where are you? Here we go. So we want the location left of location. Well, actually, we want right of. And we want this to be the location of our sprite. Okay, wait. I think maybe what we want to do is we're going to do this for a few different locations. So I'm going to make a function, which is going to be called dig through tile. And this is going to take in. Oh no, there's no easy way to do this.
Okay. Can we try?
Can
we just try setting ghost through walls on the I'm testing this on another project on the slasher on the scratch sprite.
Sure. All right, let me put this back up here. Go into cat scratch and set that flag. So flag block. Joey saves the day.
Okay, yeah, I think it was being counted as clipping because it like suddenly instantiated into the wall because it was an empty sprite before, and now it's a sprite, and that's what was causing it.
All right, well, we can get rid of all that complicated stuff I was doing. Now, where's that function I just made?
Throw it in the trash.
Maybe I did throw it in the trash already. All right. So let's go ahead and edit our tile map a little bit. We're going to make it so that it's clear that you need to go in this direction. So I'm actually going to like hollow out this portion down here so that it's clear that this is like somewhere you can escape to. So let's do that. Also, we're going to make our bars into walls. Nice. Okay. And we'll put a little sign down here to tell you that you can go this way. All right, so let's go ahead now and get our art in here. So I'm going to drag out some image blocks, little sprite blocks, just so that I can have some things to paste into. So this first one is from Lucas. And we have a cat guard. Oh.
Corgi guard.
Corgi guard? Oh. I like it.
So when the cat scratches the corgi, the suggestion was the corgi should run away. But when the corgi spots the cat, the corgi should bark and summon more corgis, more guards.
Oh, I like it. All right, we'll do that. Okay, so this next one's from
Lucas and Unsigned Arduino, respectively. 2 suggestions.
Nice. All right, this one's from Gideon. So I'm going to do 7 by 7. Delete that and oh, this one's a cat, right?
Yeah, cat guard.
All right, and let's see. We have so let's see. This is a frame for an animation. Oh, whoops. Oh, all right. Control A, delete 8. Oh, whoops! I did not copy that properly.
So this was 4 of the first ones, just so it has a little blinky animation. Is what he put in there.
Ah, okay. So we'll go ahead. Keep doing that. So we're going to go into here and do paste. Make this 8 by 8. And this is the same except for the eyes, right?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, so doop, doop, doop. And put this right there and make this 100. Oh, 200. Nice. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and design a simple level. So first things first, we're going to go ahead and put in a sign to let you know that you're going the right direction. Maybe this is left by some other former cat convict who wants you to escape. There's no way I can write freedom on here, is there? No. Okay, there we go. All right, so we got a little arrow telling us we can go this way. And let's go ahead and put in some tiles so that we know we should transition into our next map. So we're just going to put in some little placeholder tiles that are going to say something like, well, actually, you know what? Let me just use one of the, well, no, wait, those are 16 by 16. So let's go ahead and do level. Level. All right, so when we overlap with this, we're going to load our next level. So let's go ahead now and get into this. So I think I need to make this cat scratch a little bit more effective, but we'll do that later. All right, so we need an overlap event for when we overlap with this tile. So let's just duplicate this, change this to be our level tile. And we're going to get rid of this and just set our current tile map to be something else. And I'm not going to set this up to do a ton because I think we're just going to have basically this starting area and then another level. Okay. So in this one, we were talking about doing like the sewers. So I think what I want to do is we're going to make it so that we have a classic green sludge river. Obviously, you can't get into here. We're going to need some pipes, I think. Okay, we're going to invert everything also. So I'm going to duplicate this and switch this to be the background now. And let me do the dumb other color, as Vivian likes to say. That. So the idea here is that we will have kind of like this, just like bricks for the background. And we're going to make some sidewalk type looking things that go in between the to be the safe ground. Kind of got a weird perspective thing going on here that I don't like. Yeah, this is no good. These need to be a different color. Something like that.
Oh, yeah.
And then let's make some pipes too that we can have like sludge pouring out of.
Mm-hmm.
So to do that, I'm going to cheat a bit. I just need to get like part of a circle. I'll do it myself. So I want to do like this. So when you're doing a circle, it's important to just get more gradual as you're going up. I'm not actually doing a circle. I'm doing, like an ellipse, but it'll look pretty unnatural if you don't do that. So I'm going to be doing this as 2 tiles. So we're going to be starting with this one, and I'm just going to put it right here, clearly unfinished, but I need it to be there just so I can make sure I've got the sizing right. That looks good. So this pipe is going to be coming from the left. So what I want to do is I want to make sure that we have our brick going behind it. So, oh, whoops, I did not mean to duplicate that twice. I want to go into here. I'm going to do a copy. Go into here and then do a paste. And now I'm going to redraw that thing I just drew. So like this. This one's going to be coming to the right. So I'm going to erase everything that's over here. So all of this is going to go like that. And we're also going to, I guess actually just this gray color is really what I want. Like this, and then I'm going to, let's see, put in a little bit of sludge down here at the bottom. It's going to be kind of pouring out. So like that.
Ooh. A little gross.
Oh yeah, for sure. So fill this in over here.
Ah, yeah.
Do we
and then
need
duplicate this and.
So on the top one, I think we need one line going through to match the brick above. But besides that, it looks beautiful.
Wait. What? Oh, I see.
Yeah, just like the top left pixel is all filled in. Perfect.
Nice.
Cool. Okay, and then let's fix this sludge. What's up?
Kind of
No,
cool.
okay, maybe you should fix it. I was gonna say maybe it looks like it's like going like down the wall, but no.
Yeah, I see what you're saying, but I don't really think it does. So we'll just do it kind of like this, and then we'll make another tile. Wait, actually, I might be able to just paste. Yeah. That'll just be like this. No, that's no good. How am I going to do this actually? Maybe I just.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me just edit this guy. Move this over like thereabouts.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Cool. Okay. Let's make our map a little bit wider now. So we'll make this like 40%. And now we're going to make our pipe. So I want to just do some, I'd be able to get away with just solid purple. I don't know. Yeah, there we go.
Like
and now we will, what's up?
It looks like a pipe, yeah.
And now we'll make it so that it like curves upwards. So I'm going to make a, let me duplicate this tile. Actually, I will copy this because we want it to be behind it. Go over here, edit, paste. And then we basically want a circle that is on this point. So yeah, like that. That's probably fine. And then do it like that. And yeah, okay, there we go. We got a pipe.
Nice.
Cool, okay. So I think we should this be something you can jump on?
Yeah, I like it.
All right. Should I make it so that do you think it's confusing that you can jump on this, but you go through this? You get what I'm doing here?
Yeah. I think it's okay. I think people will figure it out, right?
All right.
I don't know, Joey.
Yeah, I
what
hope
do you
so.
think?
Yeah, I almost wonder if we could use a different color for the upwards part, like just a slightly darker. I guess we don't have a darker.
Yeah. You know what?
I guess you kind of get what I mean, like to make it so it has the emphasis that it's further back, but I think it's fine. They'll figure it out if they try and walk through it. I guess black is the color that is darker than purple.
We'll just see how this looks. Yeah.
A little stark.
Yeah. See, I was thinking though that maybe you shouldn't be able to. So maybe we'll make it so that you can't actually walk through it. What we'll do instead is we'll put a little like point where this is coming out of the wall. Because what I'm thinking is we have this cool wall jumping. It would be fun to make it so that you can wall jump in this game on pipes.
Mhm.
You know? Okay, so maybe actually we'll do it like this, and you'll just be kind of blocked in. But maybe, you know, you can go up here and dodge or something and then come down here, and then we'll have maybe another pipe that's kind of like for wall jumping. Set that up. So there you go. And I'm just trying to get some stuff in the world right now so that we have like stuff to test with, you know. We're gonna have to write code for all this junk. All right, and let's go ahead now and make some things for our enemies. So we're going to need two. We're going to need a corgi, and we're going to need a cat. So let's start with the corgi. Go ahead and paste that in. And just to make it look nice, we'll fill in the background, even though we don't really need to. I'll put a corgi up there. And now let's go ahead and get our cat. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to do the corgi for now because what I think what the enemies that the corgi is going to summon are going to be the cats. Okay, so we've got our corgi. Let's go ahead and do a little bit of logic for when our level loads. So we're going to go down here and do an on tile map loaded. Before I do this, though, I should probably. Oh yeah, no, we are doing that. And let me put a place for AutoZone to spawn. So let me go ahead and grab AutoZone. I hope you guys are happy with the fact that AutoZone is going to be the protagonist in a lot of games going forward. And I hope that the other MakeCode cats will make an appearance as well. Okay. We've already got our on tile map loaded event. So what we're going to do now is we are going to replace those tiles with sprites and such. So we're going to loop over all of our sprites of kind. Sorry, not sprites of kind, tiles of image, I guess. AutoZone, and for each of these, we're just going to place AutoZone on top of them. All right, and now we're going to loop over all of our places that are corgis. And we are going to create a corgi on top of them. So let's go ahead and move this over. We're going to add a new kind, which is Korg. And a new variable, which is going to be new Korg. And we're going to animate, well, we're going to use our character animations extension. So let's go ahead and just duplicate what we did over here. So this loop frames. And we want to make it so that this is new Korg, new Korg, new Korg. And if they are facing left, we're going to be using this animation. If they're facing right, we're going to be flipping it. So flip, 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 flip. Make this 200. All right. And let's test this out. So we're going to head over here. Go ahead and dig on down. Well, messed something up.
Or
I don't think that's a
no.
quarter.
Okay, no, that was a scratch, not a I was thinking the whole on overlaps. Oh, nice.
All right. We got this. Oh, we forgot to put our Korg on the right location. But cool. Okay. This game looks pretty good so far, I gotta say. I really like the little auto zone.
Yeah. I guess we do need a camera follow Sprite now too.
Yeah, we do. So let's do that real quick while I'm thinking about it. Camera follow the player. All right, and now we're going to do a place on top of. Change this to be new Korg. All right, okay. So we also want to cover up our tiles. So we're going to go down here and do a cover all, and we're going to cover our AutoZone tiles with bricks. And we're going to, oh no, that's the wrong brick, that brick. And we're going to cover our Korg tiles with bricks. All right, now how are we going to do the enemies for this? Let's see. So first off, we're going to have to give them gravity. Korgs aren't known for their jumping abilities. Is that correct?
They're pretty active. I mean, their jumps might not be that strong just because they have small legs. That's fair, but I would imagine they can jump a lot. Maybe not high, but a lot, often.
Okay, all right.
We've got another suggestion from Lucas in chat, which is one player should play as the corgi and another one should play as the cat, and the player that's the corgi has to stop the cat.
That would definitely be fun, but we don't really have a good multiplayer setup for this stream. So it would just be me playing against myself. But that's definitely a good idea for an extension to this game. All right. So we're definitely not going to finish this today, but let's go ahead and get a little bit more done. So we've got our Korg now. Let's go over here. So there's our Korg up there. So we need to give him a little bit of behavior because right now he just kind of sits and blinks at us. Right, like he's not the most intimidating. So to do that, let's go ahead down to let's make a function. And we're going to say Korg behavior. Good. It's going to take anything called Korg. So we're going to call this function. And the reason I'm doing this is because I'm going to be adding another extension right now, which is, everyone do it with me, Arcade.
Arcade.
Sprite.
Right.
Data.
Yeah, that was a deliberate sabotage. I'm going to be adding timers, and the idea here is that I want to add a little bit of AI for all of our korgs. And I want it to be different for every korg. And so doing this as a function makes it so that I can use this korg parameter. If I use this new korg variable, then it's just going to point to whoever the most recent korg is. So if I want to have more than one korg, it won't work. But if I make it as a function and then I do a little separately do in here, I can use this korg variable, and that'll always point to the korg that was called with this function. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a while loop, and this is going to be while not korg is destroyed. And we need to put in some behavior right now, because if I don't put at least a pause in here, this is going to crash my game. So I got to put something in here. So I'm thinking maybe they'll just move a little bit to the left, a little bit to the right, a little bit to the left, a little bit to the right, until you get close enough, and then they'll start chasing.
Mm-hmm. Maybe occasional barks.
Yeah. So let's do a pause for 1 second, and then we will set their VX. To be like 40. Pause for half a second, not 5 seconds. Set it to be 0. Pause for a second. Set it to be -40. Pause for 500 seconds. Set it to 0. All right. Let's go. Okay, yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
There we go. All right. So we also want to make it so that our korg detects when we are near. And I'm wondering do we want to do a basic line of sight? That might be fun, right?
Have you ever done a proper line of sight before?
No, and we're not going to do one today either.
Nice. Okay.
But it would be fun to do like spots you, little exclamation point or something.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. That's a great idea.
We need the alarm sound too, from Metal Gear Solid.
do your best impression of it, Joey. Like bring. Okay, so I'm going to be making another function now, which is going to be called search for korg enemies target. And this is going to take in another korg, because again, this is specific to the korg we are doing this with. And the reason I'm putting this in the function is because I just want to make them do it. Let's see, maybe I should do this as just like a separate. I don't know. I'm trying to think of the best way to do this, because what I could do is call it every single time we're doing a pause, but that'll make it so that while they're moving, they won't see you. I can make it its own separate thing, but then it needs to cancel this other one once it takes hold.
You have to set a flag before and after. I think that's probably the most consistent way, and we already have arcade sprite data.
Okay. So we're going to set a flag, so a Boolean, on our korg. And we're gonna just make this wander in. yeah, I think what we're going to do is we're going to just say if we are, so let me say chasing instead. If we are chasing, then we're just going to do a return in this function. Oop.
Oh, and at the end of chasing, we'll call this again.
Yeah, we'll just call this again. Okay, so it's just gonna wander back and forth. And every time we pause, we will, go ahead and just do a return, which will cause this thing to stop running. Okay, so now inside here, we're going to do another separately do with another while loop that says while not Korg is destroyed. And in here, we're going to put in a pause. Going to be for, 100 milliseconds is fine. And we want to basically sign off because we've reached 2 o'clock and I have a meeting that I need to go to. But we'll come back to this game because I'm having a lot of fun with it. So we're gonna first name this as, Joey, what was your name?
Oh, CatCon.
CatCon. And let me go ahead and get a shared link. So thanks for tuning in. I am Richard at Richard on the MakeCode forum.
I'm Joe at J Wander on the MakeCode forum.
I'm Shannon at Cow on the MakeCode forum.
And we will see you tomorrow.